This is News 3 Now at 10.
But first, we have breaking news. This year's CrossFit Games will no longer be held in Madison. According to the organization, they are trying to move the event to California and will not feature fans due to the coronavirus. It is also evaluating options for a virtual competition. They said in a statement that it is focusing on moving to Aromas, California, which is the original home of the CrossFit Games. They have been held at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison since 2017. Two men are still on the loose tonight after escaping from a maximum security prison in Portage this morning.
Officials have been searching for the inmates since then. Adam Duxter joins us now with the latest on where that investigation stands tonight. Adam?
Well, Eric, shortly before the show started, I got off the phone with dispatchers in Columbia County who told me that those two men, James Newman and Thomas Deering, were still missing, and police had left the scene where they were searching earlier today. 37 and 46-year-old are believed to have climbed two security fences at Columbia Correctional Institution this morning. Well, both have escaped convictions for fleeing facilities in the past. Columbia County Sheriff Roger Brander says this is the first time, the escape from the max security prison is the first time he can remember in 30 years working in the area.
They've got experience with escape. They got some very serious charges that they're in prison for. I imagine that they are thinking that they don't want to go back, and that's why it's a concern for all of us. That's why we had almost every officer out this morning looking right away and tracking it. That's why we involved the federal agencies, because we want to keep our community safe.
The sheriff didn't know the inmates' destination, but there were indications they were heading south. He says in addition to finding the two, they're trying to figure out just how they got out in the first place.
We're working with CCI staff. We're working with the federal agencies to try to find out exactly what happened, who was involved, and how they got out of the prison.
Authorities say the Columbia Correctional Institution is cooperating fully with the investigation. And earlier today, the sheriff's office had told those living in the vicinity of the search to shelter in place at home. And again, those two men still on the run, and we'll continue to follow this story overnight. We'll have the latest updates tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning.
New video tonight. Authorities say they responded to a call for a fire at a mobile home park in Janesville tonight. This is on the 2400 block of Johnson Street. Crews arrived around 5:20. One mobile home was engulfed in flames, forcing crews to evacuate the entire park. The city's fire captain says a person was inside the trailer but made it out on their own. They are now treating that person for burns. We now know more about the death investigation in Beloit from earlier this week. It is now being called a homicide. Beloit police say the body of 18-year-old Joanne Lehman of Janesville was found on Royce Avenue around 6:30 on Tuesday. They say evidence suggests it was a targeted homicide. Yesterday, police say the crime did not happen in Beloit. They are working with the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department in Illinois in this investigation.
The two 18-year-olds facing murder charges in the deaths of a Madison doctor and her husband appeared in court via video call today. The court entered not guilty pleas on behalf of Kari Sanford and Elijah LaRue. The two are accused in the deaths of Dr. Beth Potter and Robin Kari. Their bodies were found at the UW Arboretum back on March 31st. We turn things over to weather now. Getting a look outside. Things have gradually been warming up a bit the past few days. That trend will continue on into the weekend. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in the Weather Center with our first warn forecast. Gary?
Eric, considering the fact we've been in the 30s the last couple of days, we really had no place to go but up. But as we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC Skycam, you can see how we had bright sunshine this morning, and then a few clouds started to move in this afternoon, and over the late afternoon hours, skies became overcast. Right now, skies are mostly cloudy, and there is a large area of snow to our south, but it's moving almost straight east, so the bulk of it will stay along and just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. High temperatures today made it up into the middle 40s, so yes, it was an improvement over yesterday. Right now, we're down to 36 in Madison. Janesville still at 39 degrees. Farther to the north, temperatures are closer to freezing, but you can see the snow totals from the computer models staying south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line completely. By tomorrow morning, any lingering snow will be ending down near the Illinois state line. Temperatures will start out around freezing. Look for partly sunny skies tomorrow afternoon. It'll be a couple degrees milder with a high in the upper 40s. Look for a milder trend as we head into next week. I'll have more details and weather in just a few minutes.
The statewide Safer at Home order is being extended by more than a month, now set to expire on May 26th.
Governor Tony Evers announced the plan today. He says opening everything too early would nullify all of the precautions and progress we've already made.
According to the model created by the Department of Health Services, Wisconsin was projected to have between 440 and 1,500 deaths from COVID-19 by April 8th. But Safer at Home is working, folks, and it's because of all of you that we are where we are today.
The governor says in the first 3 weeks of the Safer at Home order, data shows the state has saved anywhere between 300 and 1,400 lives. Governor Evers says he'll be working alongside 6 other Midwestern governors to coordinate their reopening plans. Those states are Michigan, Ohio, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky. The governors say they'll zero in on at least 4 factors when determining when best to reopen the economy: sustained control of the rate of new infections and hospitalizations, enhanced ability to test and trace, sufficient healthcare capacity to handle resurgence, and best practices for social distancing in the workplace.
During his address this afternoon, Governor Evers also announced some new flexibilities for businesses and provided an update for how the state will be handling outdoor activities moving forward, like golf. Let's go to Sports Director Zach Hanley live in studio tonight. Zach?
Yeah, April 24th is going to be a big day on the links around the state. That's when local golf courses will be able to reopen, but with restrictions. Clubhouses, locker rooms, and pro shops still have to stay closed, but tee times can be made over the phone. Now, the AmFan Championship and all the events during the week are no longer postponed, but canceled. The tournament made the call this afternoon, but there was some good news to come out of this in the form of $2.8 million donating back to those in need.
There is a silver lining in this. Immediately, in partnership with the American Family Insurance Company, we are going to donate $2.8 million. $1 million going to the American Family Children's Hospital, $800,000 going back to the local charities that we supported at last year's event, and the remaining monies going to a COVID-19 relief effort here in our state of Wisconsin. But we will be back. We'll be back stronger and better than ever in 2021.
And you have the option to help too. If you bought tickets to the tournament, you can turn them into a donation, get a refund, or use them for next year's AmFam, which will be held June 5th through the 13th.
I think we've had
On the high school level, the WIA released the statement saying they weren't ready to cancel the spring sports season just yet, but the Big 8 Conference was and did. They announced that there won't be any Big 8 competitions this spring.
All right, Zach, thank you. Now, as far as schooling, the new extension means in-person classes have been canceled for the rest of the year. Local school districts say they will continue to use virtual learning for the rest of the year. Madison's interim school superintendent, Dr. Jane Belmore, says although the district appreciates and supports the governor's decision and it is in the best interest of students, family, and staff, she says it's also very sad news for the school community. She mentioned the important personal connections between students and staff have been cut short, and also said the graduating class has had to sacrifice a lot. Without a specific plan, Governor Evers has gotten some criticism from Republicans in the Senate and the Assembly. In a joint statement today, Speaker Robin Vos and Majority Leader Jim Steineke say Safer at Home's main goal was to flatten the curve, which we've successfully done, they say, and not to devastate our families. Other lawmakers have even been calling for the head of the state's response, DHS Secretary-designee Andrea Palm, to be fired.
For more on the extended order, just head over to channel3000.com or check out our News 3 Now app. It is free in your app store of choice. And we wanted to show you this video tonight. Unity Point Health Meritor Hospital says Cheryl and Jeff Poole of Waunakee experienced a unique milestone in their marriage today. They were discharged together after successfully beating COVID-19. Cheryl was admitted on March 18th and was the hospital's first patient who required a ventilator. Her husband, Jeff, was admitted to the ICU several days later and also required a ventilator. Today, the entire hospital lined the hallway to celebrate the Pooles as they left together.
People saying, you know, this is a fake, this is this. It's not fake.
It's not.
She almost died, I almost died.
The Pooles join more than 25 other patients who have been discharged from Meritor after beating COVID-19.
Next at 10, big news for the Beloit area tonight. The proposed casino and resort that was planned for the downtown area is a step closer now to becoming reality. The Ho-Chunk Nation's application has been approved by the Bureau of Indian Affairs. It now moves to the governor's desk for his review. If approved, the Ho-Chunk Nation's development is expected to bring 1,500 jobs to the city of Beloit. It has been a trend lately on social media, people posting old senior photos of themselves in solidarity with current seniors who won't get to finish their final year of high school or college. While it is a nice gesture, gesture, the Better Business Bureau says those posts could help potential hackers.
Without really thinking about it, you might be divulging sensitive information, which a lot of people don't think about as sensitive, but when taken into a different context, it can be used for other unsavory items.
And the BBB says scammers are hackers who could potentially use the name of your high school, graduation year, which are common online security questions, in an additional internet search to reveal more information about you, such as your family members, your full name, birth date, or where you live.
Still ahead tonight, we'll have your latest numbers from the Department of Health Services and a closer look at the president's plan to start reopening the economy. Stay with us.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We live here, just like you. We have families, friends, and neighbors we care about, just like you. Since 1930, Grand Appliance has supported our local communities, and we aren't stopping now. We're open to serve you and offering an extra 5% off most purchases during these uncertain times. Visit our website day or night, where we've expanded live chat, email, and phone support. We'll deliver curbside, drop off at your front door, or deliver and install. We are Grand Appliance and TV.
Together, we can do this. Our spirit is what unites us. It is what bonds us and reminds us we are all one. Which is why if you need a vehicle during this time, we are offering 0% financing for 84 months with no payments for 90 days. And the ability to shop and buy from the safety of your home. Better days are ahead, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Available at Walgreens or online at Best Buy or Amazon.com. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
Hi, everyone. We have some exciting news to share on News 3 Now this morning that you won't want to miss.
If you're thinking of ordering takeout Friday night but not sure if it's safe, we'll separate fact from fiction.
See you Friday morning starting at 4:30.
Welcome back. The number of positive coronavirus cases in Wisconsin is now pushing 4,000.
We started tracking this data back on March 18th, nearly a month ago now, and so far there are nearly 200 deaths in Wisconsin, including the first reported death in Richland County today. Statewide, that's up 15 from yesterday. Currently, Dane County has over 350 cases, including 17 deaths. Hundreds of people in multiple states staged rallies and protests today, wanting states to reopen the economy. Rallies were held in Minnesota, Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Texas just today. They all want non-essential businesses open again so people can go back to work.
The coronavirus has killed more than 32,000 people in the U.S., with over 650,000 confirmed cases today. President Trump announced details of his administration's guidelines to states for opening up America again. CBS News correspondent Elise Preston has the latest.
President Trump unveiled plans for reopening America.
My administration is issuing new federal guidelines that will allow governors to take a phased and deliberate approach to reopening their individual states.
The president says some states will reopen sooner than others. White House Task Force member Dr. Deborah Birx said the plan includes workplace measures such as temperature checks, social distancing, protective equipment, and disinfection. The 18-page guidelines do not include details governors have asked for, like how to ramp up testing or expand contact tracing. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced he's extending the statewide shutdown until May 15th, along with other states.
What happens after then, I don't know.
New York has seen more than 14,000 reported coronavirus deaths so far. Adele Basili-Marcus, an intensive care doctor at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital, says many patients are young with no past medical history.
This patient here is a pregnant patient who is unfortunately at the verge of being intubated. We're trying to save her.
The coronavirus has ripped through one of New Jersey's largest nursing homes, where police, acting on a tip, found 17 bodies in a morgue designed for 4.
I am also outraged that bodies of the dead were allowed to pile up in a makeshift morgue at the facility.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
But while the nation struggles and looks to the future, Americans are finding new ways to show courage together. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
In phase 3 of the government plan, public spaces such as restaurants, theaters, sporting venues can operate under strict physical distancing protocols.
Federal scientists say so far this year has been the second warmest year on record, but by December they say it could take the top spot. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, says it looks like 2020 could be so warm that it rewrites the history books. The agency says there is a 75% chance that 2020 will be the warmest year scientists have recorded ever. We turn now to Gary Canalti with a look at the severe weather concerns that they've been trying to focus on this week, despite our chilly weather, Gary.
Yeah, Tornado and Severe Weather Awareness Week is this week, and today should have been the statewide tornado drill, but that was canceled because of the coronavirus outbreak. But tonight we'll talk about tornado safety, and the big thing that I can make clear here, make your plans before severe weather strikes. You don't want to be doing this on the fly. People who prepare in advance are much more likely to survive severe weather. If you're at home, the center part of your basement is the best place to be. But if you don't have a basement, an interior room or a closet on the lowest floor, as far away from outside walls and windows as you can get. And in that safe area, make sure you can cover yourself with pillows, blankets, or cushions, and those things you can put in that spot before the severe weather gets to you. And if you're in a mobile home, just get out. No matter if it's tied down or not, or anchored, it's just really no match for tornado winds. Find a sturdy structure nearby, and of course that means that you're going to have to move before the storm gets to you. If you're on the road, in a vehicle, get out into a nearby ditch. Or get out of your vehicle and into a building nearby. But if you've got a last resort where you really don't have many options, you can get out into a ditch and cover yourself, cover your head with your hands to protect yourself from flying debris. Or you can buckle up, stay in the car, try to use the car to protect you from the flying debris and get down as low as possible. But of course, you're surrounded by windows then. So those are not great options, either one of them. If you're in a public building, find an interior room away from outside walls and windows. And if you're in a large building with a flat roof like a supermarket or a department store, try to find a small room to take shelter in. It's best not even to be there. Wait until the storm's passed before you go out and do your shopping, because those things really are not designed to withstand tornado winds. Tonight, no severe weather. It's light snow and flurries just starting to creep into far southern Wisconsin, south of Platteville. A more widespread area of snow moving from eastern Nebraska through Iowa and into Illinois. Computer models are showing several inches of snow farther south across west central Illinois. Some areas could pick up 6 to 10 inches of snow before it's all done. And winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories are in effect to our south. But again, very little of that snow is going to make it into far southern Wisconsin. Flurries will probably end near the Illinois state line by early tomorrow morning. Look for upper 50s to arrive by Saturday, with lower 50s expected on Sunday. Other than an outside chance of a shower Saturday night, we'll see mainly dry weather into the middle part of next week. As this storm system heads off to the east, notice how skies start to clear to the north and west, so we'll be back to some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Our forecast for tomorrow calls for a high of 49. Again, any Any lingering flurries ending early in the morning, then will turn partly sunny. As we take a look at the snowfall forecast, the computer models keep all the accumulating snow south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures go up to the upper 50s Saturday, drop back a little bit on Sunday, and then you can see most of next week seeing temperatures in the 60s, some shower and thunderstorm chances Wednesday afternoon into Thursday, and then again toward next weekend, but at least it'll feel a little more spring-like by that point.
Yeah, we are definitely looking forward to just getting the chance to maybe get outside a little bit more, get some fresh air.
We're all getting stir crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. Gary, coming up, we got a story about one of your favorite, maybe your favorite place on earth, I'm pretty sure.
Wrigley Field.
Yeah, that's right. How Wrigley Field in Chicago is now transforming amid the coronavirus pandemic. We'll have that story and more still ahead. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
For over 40 years, Kitchen Idea Center has partnered with discerning contractors, designers, and architects, bringing their clients' vision to life, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Idea Center, designing for you and your life.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. This game day, go all in with the new Triple Pep for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Americans have been cutting the lawn for hundreds of years, but with TurfBot, the future of mowing is now. Our quiet, all-electric robotic mowers work around the clock to keep your lawn trimmed 24/7. That means less time spent mowing and more time spent enjoying. Equipped with LED headlights, auto-stop sensors, and anti-theft GPS devices, our mowers run safely with no supervision. Come home to a freshly mowed lawn every day for as little as $30 a week. Call today and get free installation when you sign up. TurfBot, on the cutting edge.
Through all the world events since 1936, Culligan Water has continued to provide better, safer water with our filtration systems for homes and businesses. These days, as a designated essential business, Culligan's water professionals are standing by ready to help.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Searching for a new kitchen? Look no further than Kitchen Ideas Center, a trusted kitchen design center for over 40 years, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Ideas Center, designing for you and your life.
Welcome back. The UW System Regent says they are taking the first steps toward furloughing employees. Officials last week estimated they will lose $170 million for the spring semester alone through refunds for on-campus parking, dining, and housing services, among other things. The number of people applying for unemployment continues to rise. Another 5.2 million workers filed for their first week of unemployment benefits last week, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. Since March 14th, 22 million Americans have filed jobless claims. That's roughly 13.5% of the labor force.
You're constantly checking your bank account, hoping to see that stimulus check in there. You're not alone. Capital One, Bank of America, and Chase all experienced temporary problems, and the IRS site called Get My Payment was telling some users their payment status was unavailable. The U.S. Treasury says no physical checks have been mailed out just yet and warns it's a process that could take months to complete. Chicago Cubs partnering with one of their local food pantries there in Chicago to set up a food packaging and distribution center right there at the venerable old ballpark. Starting this week, volunteers will pack up groceries and essential items for anyone who needs them. Distribution will then begin on Saturday. We've seen so many of you find ways to support each other from a distance. We've shown you many parades of cars celebrating one thing or another, but this one is a little different. Tahlil Muhaddin has the story.
100 people lined up, safely distanced in their cars in a Middleton Park Thursday afternoon.
We'll beep and honk and tell him happy birthday.
Ava Jambar organized this group, all for a young boy who turned 8 today. But that's only partly why we're all here.
He makes me feel so happy just to be able to know him.
The Middleton Fire Department led the way to Noah Sanger's house, celebrating both his birthday and the completion of a 3-year journey through chemotherapy.
To think that this little kid battled cancer and survived it, and he's only turning 8, is pretty instrumental to anyone who meets him.
How's it going?
Mom and Dad were in on the surprise.
Everybody has been just unbelievable, and for us as a family going through these tough times, you need that support, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
And Noah won't soon forget his big day.
He looked up at me towards the middle of the parade and just said, "This is the best birthday ever."
In Middleton, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
Noah's family says they are happy to be done with the treatment and hope to be able to support other families and kids who battle cancer. Gary will be back with one more look at your forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. So when your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn, trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day, a cozy corner on a cold night, or knowing every room of the house is as inviting as the next. Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, like cool cash rebates of up to $1,650. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For all your heating and cooling needs, call us at Modern Heating and Cooling or Bethke Heating and Air Conditioning in Verona.
Getting meals to go from Hy-Vee is even easier with the new Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go website and curbside pickup. Just order delicious meals online and get no contact pickup. Choose from Chinese, sushi, fried chicken, lasagna, enchiladas, burgers, pizza, many of your favorite sides, and more. Just order online at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Then park in a designated mealtime spot and we'll bring your order out. Feed your family for less and order Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go today.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
Gary's back. We have one final check of the forecast. We're hoping to see things warm up in the next few days, and I guess some people are still worried about winter weather out there.
Did we check the calendar?
Yeah, it's mid-April, man.
Yeah,
it happens though, right?
We were showing Wrigley Field in that story in the last segment. Well, Chicago right now under a winter weather advisory, and there are winter storm warnings just to the west of there into parts of southern Iowa and northern Missouri, where they could pick up 6 to 10 inches of snow from this system. But the amounts will really drop off fast once you start getting north of this advisory area. Right now, you can see on Doppler track steady snow through much of Iowa and Illinois, but the northern edge of it just starting to creep into southern Wisconsin, and a lot of that not reaching the ground. If you look at high-resolution radar, maybe some flurries south of Darlington and maybe moving over toward Monroe, but I doubt very much of this is going to get north of Janesville, if at all. Madison, areas to the north, will probably just stay cloudy overnight. Temperatures right now, mid-30s here, but even where the snow may be reaching the ground, temperatures are in the upper 30s, so it's not accumulating yet. High temperatures tomorrow back into the upper 40s, and then we'll look for highs in the upper 50s Saturday and some 60s with some showers and thunderstorms toward the end of next week.
Yeah, time to trend up in the temperature department. Leave that winter stuff right to the south. Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great Thursday night. Take care.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
One of the many challenges of life during a pandemic has been continuing to educate our children. With schools closed and access to educational resources limited, keeping our kids learning on some kind of traditional path has not been easy for many of us. But like so many responses to this crisis, there have been wonderful examples of resourcefulness and success. The Madison Reading Project has been working with area food pantries, neighborhood schools, and social services agencies to safely get thousands of books into the hands of kids. Boys and girls clubs, community centers like Lucier and Goodman have continued to provide high-quality educational programs for the kids they serve. And then there's one of our favorites, the Simpson Street Free Press, which hasn't missed a beat in its proven successful after-school combination of academic rigor and high-quality journalism. All proof we can learn during and from a crisis.